Hey guys, we are in Pennsylvania right now. We are in Glenside, which is right outside Philadelphia at Primex Garden Center. And so we're here in Philadelphia for the flower show. Espoma brought us out to hang out, to come and do some fun planter projects here, and then to attend the flower show, which is so amazing. I'm so excited. I've actually seen a few pictures on Facebook already, and it's just kind of like whetting my appetite. So what I'm doing here at Primex is they've let me have free reign of all their stuff. So I was able to go through their containers, their houseplants, succulents, whatever I wanted to do to create a couple containers. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go pick out some stuff. I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. So I am just gonna walk around and you guys just enjoy the view because it's beautiful. It's supposed to start snowing here tomorrow. And so we're in a heated greenhouse and it's cold outside and it's just, life's good. I love using bonsai pots, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do a succulent arrangement of some kind. I love this one, but it's really tiny. So I think I wanna try to find kind of a medium-sized one.
Yeah, they're bonsai.
Like, this is perfect, and I love the color. So I think I'm gonna go with this, and then I'm gonna go pick out some plants. So these are all little, look at this. Like little tiny cute cacti, a whole bunch of them. And really just cute miniatures for this type of garden. So I think what I'm gonna do is pick out a bunch of like, maybe something to complement this color, so something maybe a little bit more monochromatic. So maybe a few of these. Ooh, this is gorgeous. This is a white beauty aloe, look at that. And then of course, I gotta have some height, so a taller aloe. I think I also wanna put together a fairy garden, and I think it would be really cute to use a few little gnomes and some fun stuff. So I'm just gathering up a bunch of stuff. I probably will only use a few pieces, but I always like to have a lot to choose from. Perfect. I'm making a little room in my box because I just walked past all of these beautiful ferns, and I think that's the direction I'm gonna take this gnome garden because I kind of want it to feel kind of woodland-esque, and I think that this will help accomplish that. So I'm just gonna grab a few of these. Like, doesn't that just make you feel like forest? It's so pretty. I'm gonna grab a few more, maybe this one. Gotta have some bold, like some bold with that ferny texture. And then I think what I'm gonna do, I saw earlier, look at these. Yeah, I spotted these earlier and I thought, oh, it'd be so fun to use some of these. So these are like little mini African violets. And what I'm gonna do, since these don't have the same water requirements, I'm just gonna set these down in the soil in their pots, so that their roots aren't exposed to all the water that the ferns are getting. And I've done that several times in pots and they do really well. So I'm gonna grab a few of these. So cute. All right, I'm gonna grab a couple more things and then we're gonna get started on the arrangements. All right, so I've got all my stuff gathered up and I'm gonna be working on a small succulent and cactus garden in this little cute bonsai pot, and I love the teal kind of aqua color of this. And then I'm gonna be putting together a fairy garden, and I'll show you that pot when I get ready to do that project. So we'll see how these all turn out. So they're both done and I really like how they turned out, and it's just a really fun challenge. It was fun to just be able to come in and create something right on the spot with whatever they had. So the first one right here, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I used and how I care for them. So obviously when you're planting cactus and succulents, you want to start with the proper soil first. That is the most important thing. So I like to use organic cactus mix from Espoma. I've been using it for years and I really like the texture of it, and I like that it's fast draining. My succulents seem to be really happy in it, and I do get asked that quite a lot, what kind of soil I use. So that's it. I used quite a few plants in this arrangement, and that's another thing I get asked about a lot. How many can you put together and still have them be healthy? Well, if you pack your succulents in this tight, it actually slows their growth rate down quite dramatically, and they will stay like this for quite a long time. So I could expect to get about a year out of an arrangement like this without any major grooming or overhaul on the plants. You might need to, with the sedums, you might need to pop one out here or there just to make a little bit of room and then groom off any dead leaves or anything like that, but nothing major. So in this arrangement, I've got a couple of different aloes, echeveria, some kalanchoe, some miniature sedums, and 3 little cacti. And I think it looks really pretty together. I kind of went with the monochromatic theme, so nothing really contrasty, something a little bit more cool, and I don't know, I think it's really pleasing to look at. And I would fertilize mine about every 2 to 4 weeks. It depends on the time of year, so it depends on how often I'm watering. So in the wintertime, I'd probably go every 4 weeks because they're not growing as actively. But in the summertime, I'd probably go every 2 weeks because I'm watering more. They need a little bit more nutrients. So that's the cactus and succulent garden. So now I'll talk a little bit about the fairy garden. So this was a really fun one. I started off with this low bowl, and I really love this pot. I'll try to find out who makes it and put a link in the comment or description down below so you guys can check it out. I think it's got a really pretty finish, and I think that you can really go with any style of fairy garden in this container, and that's what I like about it the most. So I started with a few different ferns right toward the back here. There's 3 of them. They were 4-inch size. And then I moved around. I think I did this right here, which, let me grab the tag so I can tell you the name. This one's called Candy Kisses Hemizigia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a really pretty plant. And then I've got an oxalis here, and then a little carex, and then I've got 3 African violets. And I know it looks a little bit confusing to have African violets in with more water-hungry plants. So what I do is I take my African violets and I just plunk them down in the soil in their pots. I don't take them out of their pots and repot them. That way their roots are not exposed to all the water that I'm giving the ferns and the other plants. So they will suck a little bit, you know, from the soil underneath, but that's pretty much all they need to survive. And I've done it several times, putting African violets in arrangements with different plants, as well as cactus. I'll sub cactus down in fairy gardens like this in their pots, and they do really well too. So I started with the potting mix here, the organic potting mix as my base. These plants will really like that type of soil. And then as far as fertilizer goes on this one, what I would do, and I don't have a bottle here with me, but it looks exactly like this. It just has a green label and it says indoor right here. And I would use that every 2 to 4 weeks on a fairy garden like this. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed seeing these arrangements come together. It was really fun for me to be able to be in a different location, like a totally different garden center on the different side of the country, doing arrangements like this. And I really want to give a huge thank you to Espoma for bringing us out here to do this and to be able to go to the Philadelphia Flower Show, which we will be putting together a video for you guys to see. So thanks so much, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.